Episode 1. The Girl Sold in the Shadows. Yue Zhen entered the world on a night filled with tragedy. Her mother died in childbirth, and her father followed soon after from grief. With no one else to claim her, she was taken in by Uncle Wen and Aunt Madame Liu. Uncle Wen was a soft-hearted man, but Aunt Liu possessed a heart sharpened by greed. Having no children of her own, she raised Yue Zhen less as a daughter and more as a future asset. As the years passed, the orphan girl grew into a graceful, skilled, breathtakingly beautiful young woman. Her weaving, herb knowledge, and music earned respect throughout the village, even though she remained humble and quiet. But beauty often attracts danger. One day, Madame Rong, a well-known marriage broker for wealthy families, visited Aunt Liu. She glanced at Yue Zhen and smiled slyly. "Liu Jai, a girl like her could bring you a fortune. Rich families will pay mountains of silver for a bride like that." Aunt Liu's eyes gleamed. "But she will never agree," she muttered. Madame Rong leaned closer. "There are ways to make her agree, even without her knowing." That night, Aunt Liu brewed a fragrant tea laced with a powerful sleeping medicine. Yue Zhen drank it with a trusting smile. Minutes later, her vision blurred, her head spun, and everything went dark. Yue Zhen awoke to the creaking of wheels. She was lying on silk cushions inside a bridal carriage, her wrists tied with red rope, her body wrapped in a heavy crimson wedding gown she didn't remember wearing. Fear surged through her. "No, what is this?" Her voice trembled. Outside, she heard the muffled voices of strange men. A wave of panic hit her like ice. Using every bit of strength, she wriggled toward the carriage door. As the carriage hit a rock, it shook violently, giving her a chance. With one desperate push, she threw herself out. She tumbled down a steep mountainside. Sharp stones tore her skin, branches scratched her face, and her head struck the ground. She lay there, unmoving, but fate had other plans. A young hunter named Liang Feng was traveling through the mountains that night. Liang Feng hurried toward her. When he lifted her, her body was limp but warm. Her skin was scratched and her breathing faint. "What happened to you?" he whispered. His arms slid under her knees and back. With gentle strength, he lifted her fully into his embrace. Her head fell softly against his shoulder. Without hesitation, he carried her to his horse-drawn carriage nearby, a small hunter's cart filled with herbs, weapons, and blankets. He laid her inside, covered her with a warm hide, and drove toward his secluded mountain cottage. Later, when Yue Zhen finally opened her eyes, the first thing she saw was a warm fire. The second thing was Liang Feng, leaning toward her, his sharp eyes soft with concern. "You're safe now," he said quietly. "I found you in the mountains, unconscious and wearing a wedding gown. Someone tried to harm you." Yue Zhen's lips trembled. For the first time in her life, someone looked at her not with greed, but with protection. End of episode 1.